Hey, what's up, everybody? Lawler here, and we are officially in the last event of RLCS Season 10. That's right. After 10 or 11 months, RLCS Season 10 is finally coming to an end. A very, very long season with obviously some ups and downs due to the pandemic, but ultimately, we are in our final week. Starting today, the 15th, which is Tuesday, I think. Tuesday the 15th, I know is the date. I'm pretty sure that's today. But we have what is going to be the start of the RLCS X championship. If you guys don't know what that means or don't know the format stuff, I've made videos on it before, but we didn't have a lot of the specifics. There was a lot of things about the format and the prize pool and all that kind of stuff that was missing. So we are going to be covering that in today's video. We're going to be talking about the format, the prize pool, where you can watch the broadcast, who's playing when, what the format is, what to expect. It's a ton of Rocket League, 258 potential like individual matches of Rocket League, like 21 and a half hours of in-game Rocket League, not including pauses, breaks, analysis, or like replay stuff. Like there's a ton of Rocket League going on this week. So this video is going to allow you to, whether you want to watch and tune into all of it, pick and choose your specific matches. This will be your one-stop shop, your guide to everything you need to know about the RLCS X championships that's starting today. But before we get into that, as always, if you could be so kind and you do enjoy the content, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up, as well as leave any questions, comments, concerns down below. Things that I'm missing or stuff you would like to know about specifically, make sure you drop those down below. Also, while you're down there, if you enjoy the content, subscribe, notifications. But with that said, let's get actually into the actual format, prize pool, and stuff like that. So the best way to explain this is there is a page playoff system, and luckily the document that's in the description down below has all these graphics, but I'm going to take them step by step and kind of break it down the easiest way to explain it. So the first document is the page playoff format. If you guys do not know what a page playoff format is over an extended period of time, usually a league play of some sort. Teams obviously separate based upon performances where they are, whether they're the first place all the way down, in this case, to the sixth place. In North America and Europe, we have 6 teams that would technically go to the World Championship. And in OCE and SAM, we only have 2. So in Oceania and the South America regions, there's only 2 teams competing, so there is no real like fancy format. It's just a head-to-head. Both of those teams are playing a best of 3 in a best of 7 set. If you don't know what that means, they will play a best of 7. Whoever wins that will then get 1 point. They then play another best of 7. If the other team gets 1 point and win, then they go to a third best of 7 and do it again. But they're essentially playing 3 best of 7s in a best of 3 that encompasses it, also known as a best of set. Hopefully that makes sense. But in Europe and in North America, obviously there is 6 teams, so we have to find out how to do seeding. And the way they've done this is with the page playoff format. Take a look at this graphic. You can see that. So in round 1 is team 5 and 6, and they are in the lower bracket, which means they don't have any additional lives. It is single elimination for them there on out. In the quarterfinals, you have teams 3 and 4 that are in the upper bracket, and they do have an extra life because they performed in the top 4 in the actual like league play system. That allows them to have a second chance if they do get knocked out in the quarterfinals. So what will end up happening is the day will start and team 5-6 will play, and then team 3-4 will play. Loser of team 3-4 will drop down, and one of those teams will obviously progress to play team 2 in the semifinals, while the other one drops down to play the winner of team 5 and team 6. And this will make more sense when I show you guys a bracket and kind of explain the matches and stuff as well for the full schedule. So the winner of team 5-6 will play the loser of team 3-4. Winner of that then goes plays team 1. Winner of the team 3-4 match goes to play team 2, and then it goes as normal. The reason why team 2 and team 1 don't have a extra life is because they are already guaranteed into the top 4. They don't think that it's viable for like a 3rd, 4th place match, which I totally agree with. 3-4, the same prize pool, the same category, but that is how it's going to classify. For North America and Europe, this will be broken down over multiple days. There's multiple stages. And the best part is no team will play twice on the same day to make sure that everything is neutral, to make sure there's no advantages. So they don't have to play 2 back-to-back best of set, best of 7s, which would be 42 matches back-to-back over and over and over again, which I don't think anybody wants that. So each one of these stages will be played on an individual level. So they'll do 5-6, 3-4 match, like I said. Then they'll do the loser and progress through, which again, I'll explain here in the full schedule in just a bit. So that is how the page playoff system will work. We then also have the individual best of sets for OCE and SAM. But what about the money? You can take a look at the prize pool breakdown for the championships, which is a all-encompassing $1 million. There's going to be $1 million on the line for the championships, and it's broken down as such through all the different regions. Obviously, North America and Europe mirror each other, as do OCE and South America. First place is going to be taking $160,000 split 3 ways, and so on and so forth. And the best thing about this is the difference between second and first place is literally double. The difference between, that one goal could be doubling your paycheck, which is pretty cool. For a lot of players, obviously, money isn't what the factor is. It's more about pride and being the winners and stuff. Unfortunately, no live event, but besides the point, this is what we get. The last graphic we're going to be taking about, and I'll try to explain this to the best of my ability because it is a lot of information, is the schedule graphic. You should see on your screen a schedule that shows all the days from Tuesday, which is today, all the way until Sunday. And it says that it's RLCS X championships the whole week, and there's certain rounds that are involved. And I'm going to go one by one to explain these as slowly and as clearly as possible. On Tuesday, the 15th, it will be Europe and North America with a potential of 60 individual games. That means matches like an actual 5-minute game, not a series. So potential of 60 games. The first one will be Solary versus Queso, which will start at 8 a.m. Pacific. And it will be 3 best of 5s. Whoever wins the first 2 of those best of 5s will be the winner and move on. After that will be Top Looks versus Guild, same situation. G2 versus FaZe, Space Station versus Rogue. So there will be 4 matches of the day, and in each of those matches will be a best of 5, 3 times in a best of set. So the quarterfinals are best of 5s, and then the semifinals and above are best of 7s. So on Tuesday the 15th, Solary versus Queso, Top Looks versus Guild, G2 versus FaZe Clan, Space Station versus Rogue. That is a lot of matches. You're talking a potential of 12 series. It could be an extremely long day, or it could be a bit shorter day. You may just see 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, and, we have 8 matches, 8 series, and we're good to go. You just never know. You never know. On Wednesday, the 16th, it will also be Europe and North America with a potential of 30 individual games and a show match. The first match will be the winner of Solary and Team Queso versus the loser of Top Looks and Guild, which will be 3 best of 5 set again. After that will be the Middle East 3v3 show match. I don't know if it's a best of 5 or a best of 7 or a best of 3. I don't know the format. I don't know what it is. I assume it'll be like Sandrock Gaming versus Falcons or something like that. But the specifics, I don't know what the format itself is for the show match. After that will be the winner of G2 FaZe versus the loser of Space Station and Rogue, and that will be another 3 best of 5 best of set. So they play a best of 5. You win, you get a point. You play another best of 5. If you win again, that's the series. If the other team wins, then we go to a 3rd best of 5. Winner of that takes all. On Thursday, we then go to Europe and North America for a 3rd time, and it is the lower semifinal with a potential of 42 individual games, not including a show match. It'll be the winner of Solary versus Queso versus the loser of Top Looks versus Guild, and whoever wins that. So you got Solary and Queso. Whoever wins that is one team. You've got the loser of Top Looks and Guild. Those two then play each other. Whoever wins that match will then be versus Team BDS. The semifinals, whether it be lower or upper, will be best of 7 sets. So again, you have a best of 7. Whoever wins that series gets a point. You then play another best of 7. Whoever wins that gets another point, and who first to 2 points in the series ends up winning. After that will then be a Europe 2v2 show match. Again, not sure if it's a best of 3, 5, or 7. Why they're doing 2v2 show matches in the middle of this, I do not know. You've already got a potential of 42 games, and why we're showcasing 2v2, although 2v2 is great, why not just go watch Jorby's Rage Quit rather than doing this? These broadcasts are already really long days, so I'm not exactly sure why they feel like they need to schedule more North America and Europe stuff in. After the Europe 2v2 show match will then be the winner of G2 FaZe versus the loser of Space Station Rogue. They'll come together. Whoever wins that series between those 2 teams, or 4 teams possible, will then go play Energy in a 3-series best of 7 set. The following day, on Saturday the 19th, will be the SAM and OCE Grand Finals, with again another potential 42 individual games. These are a little bit more easy to understand because there's only 2 teams involved for each region. In the first match of the day, it is going to be True Neutral versus Furia, and they will play a best of set in best of 7s. Following that will then be a Japan 3v3 show match, probably Tokyo Verde and another team. Not exactly sure who the other representative will be. Nameless did really well in the IWO quals, but there's a whole bunch of different options as well. Still not sure, again, if it's best of 3, 5, or 7. And then after that will be Ground Zero versus Cringe Society in the OCE Grand Finals. Again, another best of 7 set. We then get to Sunday, our last day on the 20th, and this will be our NA and EU Grand Finals. Another potential 42 individual games if it goes the distance every single time. And this will be then, obviously, if you're looking at the bracket, whoever makes it to the Grand Finals. They then play a best of 7 set, similar to the rest, but this one's for, obviously, the title, $160,000 or $80,000 for second place, as you guys saw by the prize pools earlier. Some fun facts just about how long this is actually going to take. There is a total of 258 5-minute matches possible, whether that will happen or not. That's if every single game goes to 7 or 5. 258 5-minute matches. That's not including stop time. That's not including anything else. It's a lot of Rocket League over the course of 6 days. There's also a total possible 42 series, whether they be best of 5s or best of 7s. And all these stats are not including the show matches as well. Keep that in mind. And if you were just taking individual in-game Rocket League time, it's 21 and a half hours of in-game time. And that does not include overtimes, if there's pauses for goals, replay analysis, like I said, breakdown on the desk, production stuff, like just purely 21 and a half hours of 5-minute countdown to 0. 5-minute countdown to 0. It is a ton of Rocket League that is going down this week. So there is a whole lot on the line. But yeah, as a final reminder, obviously $1 million prize pool, 6 teams from NA, 6 teams from Europe, 2 from SAM, 2 for OCE. The 6 will play in a page playoff for NA and EU. The 2 in OCE and SAM will play in their individual series. And these are all best of sets, where you're playing multiple best of series in a over-encompassing set to see who the first is to win 2 out of 3 best of 5s or best of 7s. It's so weird to say, so hopefully you understand the concept of a best of set, and that makes sense. But that should tell you literally everything that's going down this week. If you want specifics, links to everything in the description about who to follow, when matches are, all that kind of stuff. Usually they start at, I think it's 11 a.m. Eastern, but that will change. You can always find that stuff on the Liquipedia pages by clicking the little eye icon, and it'll tell you when, where, and that is localized to your time as long as you enable that stuff on your browser settings. So hopefully that helps, but links to everything in the description if you need to know. If you guys do have any additional comments, I'll try to pay attention to those throughout the week. Obviously, I'll be trying to watch these. If you guys would like to come watch them with me, twitch.tv/Lawler. We stream every day but Tuesday and Sunday. That's probably going to be different this week because there's obviously some Rocket League going on to the highest degree. So this is kind of what we've been waiting for. It's the end of the season. We've been waiting to see who is technically the world champ. Even though it's a regional based thing, we can't really do that. But this is the next best thing. So some pretty exciting stuff. The last time this happened, G2 ended up winning for NA and Dignitas for EU. I'm pretty sure we're the 2 defenders. So we'll see how that plays out. And if G2 with Drees can make a heroic run from the lower bracket, should be exciting. But that is going to wrap it up for this video. As always, if you enjoy the content, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss out on the next one. And we will see you at a later date. Peace.